The New York Mets have made a sneaky signing in a major area of need for this team, with the Mets being ravaged by injuries currently. And on top of that, the Mets have found their next superstar player, and there's a lot to consider with this, as apparently things might not be going as smooth as they should be, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mets Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. Guys, if you're part of that 70% that's not subscribed to Mets Digest, make sure to subscribe right now for the best New York Mets content you are going to find. We're having a great time on this channel. You do not want to miss out on all of the videos coming your way. But let's jump into the video. There's a lot to discuss on this team, as the Mets, they made a sneaky signing today, and you absolutely have to love this, as this team needed a huge boost in a big way, and they just got one. And I'm super excited for them to make this move. This is something that's been waiting, that fans have been waiting to see get done, is they need to cover an area of need. Yes, I almost said the Yankees. Look, the Mets have had an interesting pitching situation so far. They have the best ERA in baseball out of their starting pitchers. Kodai Senga looks like the Cy Young right now in the National League. On top of that, the bullpen has been very solid as well. But they did get ravaged by injuries, specifically from the left side. So that's why the New York Mets went out and made the sneaky move. As SNY revealed, the Mets have signed left-handed pitcher Colin Poche to a minor league deal, the team announced on Wednesday. Poche, 31, will report to AAA Syracuse after starting the 2025 season with the Washington Nationals. Now, he struggled with the Nationals for sure, which does have fans a bit concerned, and rightfully so. However, this is a move that does make sense. You get a left-handed pitcher into the bullpen when needed most. Yeah, he has a negative .6 WAR on the season. His ERA is awful at 11.42. It's why he ended up getting released from the Washington Nationals. He's a whip of 2.538, which is like historically bad, and he's really struggled thus far. He's played in 13 games, and there's been nothing nice so far. But prior to that, we have seen Poche have a lot of success at this MLB level. I mean, when he was with the Rays from 2022 to 2024, his numbers were good, even having a 2023 season where he had a 2.23 ERA. So there were moments where things looked very good for him, and it was not that long ago. It was just 2 seasons ago. And even last season, he had a solid year, had a 3.86 ERA, which isn't the greatest thing ever for a relief pitcher, but it's not bad. It's very more than serviceable, especially if you're a lefty and the Mets, who desperately need someone from the left side while they wait for Brooks Raley to return from injury. It's going to be huge to add him onto the team. Now, Poche right now is going to be with AAA, but that's not going to last forever. He will eventually get brought up to the majors because, well, the Mets just need a left-hander out of the bullpen. We know that they've dealt with multiple injuries this season. I mean, Danny Young is out for the season as he tore his UCL and will be getting Tommy John surgery. So he's not going to be seen until sometime around, July of next year likely. So that's a long-term injury there. And he wasn't even having a tremendous season by any means. He had a 4.32 ERA in 10 games played. Only pitched 8 innings, had a 1.440 whip. So the numbers weren't great, but he was a left-handed pitcher and definitely better than what Poche has done so far. And then A.J. Minter, who had a phenomenal season, is likely, really, he is getting season-ending surgery on that lat injury that he has. So the best bullpen arm for the Mets in the first month of the season going down and staying down for the rest of the year is not what you want to see at all. He was phenomenal in 11 innings pitched. He did not really give up anything of note. He had a 1.64 ERA in those 13 games, had 14 strikeouts as well with a whip of exactly 1. So he put up some great numbers for the Mets. So obviously it's an unfortunate turn of events where this has gone, but the Mets have now played a bit of coverage, which is going to be important for this team going forwards. I mean, look, everyone knows the Mets are going to be a playoff team. It's unless they really start to sputter, they're going to be one of the better teams in the MLB all season long. They've held the best record in the MLB multiple different times this season alone. So there's going to have to be some form of left-handed pitching coming out. And yes, Brooks Raley is going to be huge for the team. He's had great seasons back-to-back with the Mets. I mean, in 2023, he arguably was the best. It was Edwin Diaz, but outside of that, Brooks Raley was there, and he was phenomenal, having an ERA under 3, and then the following year as well in 2024 when he did pitch before going down with a season-ending injury, he was great again. So once Raley comes back, there is a more stable left-handed arm out there, but for right now, where things stand, there's no one else there. So Colin Poche is going to get a chance to go out into the Mets and prove something and show that he is that guy from the Rays, and that guy from the Nationals just had a rough start to his season, and maybe the change of pace will help. I imagine it will. So let me know what you think about that, guys. But also, the Mets have found their next superstar player on this team. We've all been raving about him. And look, guys, it's becoming a pretty big deal. As recently, Luisangel Acuna has been absolutely phenomenal throughout this season so far. Mets fans are understandably so loving what he's putting out for this team right now. And there is a lot of fans wanting to be the everyday second baseman for the rest of the season. We've seen Acuna be phenomenal for them. Look, he's one of the best base runners already in baseball, plays that middle infield position, can run like the wind. His batting average is a 2.95. He has 15 runs scored, 5 RBIs. His on-base percentage at a 357 is not bad. OPS in general, 721, is a little bit below league average, but the OPS plus is a little bit above league average, so it sort of cancels itself out. Hitting-wise, he is a very average player as of right now, but he's getting better. The fielding is great. The base running is unbelievable, and the hitting with contact has been awesome, to the point where Mets fans are calling for Acuna to be the full-time starter at second base for the rest of this season. However, there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of discourse on that, and well, in a recent mailbag from The Athletic, Tim Britton did mention that Carlos Mendoza and the Mets already have a blueprint for how this could work as a timeshare from last season when Jeff McNeil and Jose Iglesias split time at the Keystone. McNeil and Iglesias shared a second over a 69-game stretch. Last season, it started in mid-June, by which point Iglesias had shown off that he was ready, that he was really just having an excellent start offensively, and it continued until McNeil's regular season-ending injury in early September. So the thought is that Acuna and McNeil will be splitting time right now. And look, that makes sense, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you look at Jeff McNeil's numbers, he's having one of the worst seasons to start his MLB season right now. I mean, the man, he's a two-time All-Star. He's had years where his batting average has been way above this, and this year he's just not performing as per usual. Look, he's got a 229 batting average right now with 1 home run, 8 hits. It's not his best season thus far. I mean, the on-base percentage below 3. The slugging percentage is solid, but the OPS all right. But again, a little bit below average, where the OPS plus is slightly above league average. It just feels like it makes way more sense to just go with Acuna right now. I get McNeil's been with the Mets for a while, and that's a huge part of things as well. He's a good leader on the team. He's a veteran now. But at the same time, Acuna's the future of this team. Sure, you could slow roll him. You could keep him building up slowly until he really gets things going. But honestly, at the same time, I think it would make a ton of sense just to move forwards with Acuna. But guys, what do you think? Let me know about that in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. I'll catch you on the next one.